Welcome back. It's halftime. Huskers match up here in Boulder today against the Colorado Buffaloes, and as we do each and every week, a chance to sit down with the president of the University of Nebraska, Ted Carter. Our second game of the year. Great to see you as well. This was a big week because new enrollment numbers were announced this past week. Let's dive into that. Give us the update on that.
So, Greg, yes, enrollment numbers were released on Wednesday, and as we've talked about previously, a lot of effort over the course of last year. And as you'll see, the numbers are holding steady. So, we didn't grow. We had a few areas where we went down, but the level of effort really paid off. The medical center is up for the 23rd year in a row at 3.5% growth. And most of the other campuses and the overall students are down just a little bit, but there is some other positivity. Our full-time students went up across the system, as did our credit hours. So we see some positivity, and I want to thank the chancellors for all the work they've done. You know, when we think about our workforce needs, the needs of our state, the need to expand access to more students, we really don't have time to waste. We're hyper-focused on growth in order to move our state forward, and Nebraska does need us to grow. And in fact, as we look at the enrollment numbers, we did better in terms of Nebraska students coming back to our campuses, so and as well as graduate studies and professional studies. So a lot to be excited about there. And we're going to continue to rally the troops to attract and retain much more talent to our university. The chancellors and our leadership are working hard to grow our university, support our students, and meet the needs of the state.
Well, fantastic. Thank you for that update. You brought with you today a special guest, Regent Tim Clare. For those who don't know him, can you lay out a little introduction for Tim?
Absolutely. Tim's an attorney and a partner at the Rembolt Lutke law firm right here in Lincoln. He's also a member of the University of Nebraska Board of Regents who govern the university and provide strategic leadership. In fact, Tim's the board chair right now, and he's been a board member for an amazing 15 years, the longest serving board member currently on the board. And I know Tim will say this, but he is a strong believer in the power of public education, and we're really, really lucky to have him as our board chair.
And a proud UNL graduate. Tim, good to see you. Welcome to the show.
Good to see you as well, Greg. Thank you.
Talk about a little bit about your role and why this university is so important to you.
Well, not only am I a graduate of the University of Nebraska, my wife is, and when you combine my wife, my kids, my parents, my siblings, and my daughters-in-law, and my nephews, I forgot them as well. We're a 21-time graduates of the University of Nebraska system. Soon to be 22 because I've got a nephew in medical school. All started in 1958 when my parents came to school here, intimately connected with the university since that time.
Fantastic. Let's kind of look ahead. What your thoughts on what lies ahead, especially when it comes to affordability and access for Nebraska students?
Extraordinarily important. You know, our state's facing some workforce challenges. Our state needs the University of Nebraska to be successful, and so the enrollment figures that you just heard President Carter discuss is extraordinarily important. If we can work to retain those students in this state, they will address the workforce shortage, and they will also be able to help communities throughout our state thrive. So getting kids into the university is important. President Carter started the program called the Nebraska Promise. Huge thing. You make less than, if your family has an income less than $65,000, you get to go to the University of Nebraska for free. That's a big deal because a lot of kids don't know how they're going to pay for it, or they don't want to be straddled with a lot of debt, or they don't understand how they can pay for a college degree. This enables them to go, and then the next thing I think is really important is the 4-year commit to complete. We will commit that if you follow our program, you will graduate from the University of Nebraska in 4 years. And if you don't, and it's our fault, then we'll pay for that, however many subsequent semesters it takes for you to get your degree. So why those are so important is that we get kids into school, we get them done with school, and we get them then committed to our state. And that's the last piece. It's a partnership that we have with the state, which provides for paid internships. Big deal. President Carter led that charge with our partners over at the legislature, with the governor, to help kids get internships in their desired area of study, and get them exposed to some businesses out there. And the businesses the state is helping pay for some of those businesses to provide the scholarship or provide the internship. That will get kids exposed, get them exposed to the companies, and hopefully keep them in the state.
visiting with Regent Tim Clare here at halftime. You alluded to more students lead to more graduates, and as we know, more workers to fill the workforce in this state. What can Nebraskans expect from the university when it comes to job pipeline?
Well, I think we have to be at the table when we're talking about that with the state. You know, when you think about us, the university, graduating 11,000 students per year into workforce. These are our doctors, our nurses, our teachers, our business leaders, IT professionals. They are those folks of the future. And so Nebraska, the university, is a huge part of that solution to filling the labor shortage in our state and helping communities continue to thrive throughout our entire state.
Tim, thank you so much for being with us. I know we're going to probably visit again later on in the season. President Carter, any final thoughts from you?
Well, I can't miss this opportunity to talk about Volleyball Day in Nebraska, history-making day for our state and our nation with 92,003 people in attendance. What a great day for women's sports, and what a great day for Husker athletics.
Sure was. Fantastic. We'll see you back in Lincoln next week. That'll be fun.
Absolutely.
More halftime coming up next.